How y'all doing? Welcome back to another Chronicles of a Landlord. My name is Mario Lloyd, Real Estate Guru PK. So this is like 2019. I want to say January 2019. I got a halfway house. There's like a house, like not across the street, but to the left of the halfway house. It's like the halfway house is like a corner house, and that house is on Herschelwood. And then the halfway house is like on Pennsdale. So it's like across the street to the left. And one of my tenants was like, hey, look, I'm cool with this guy. He wants to sell his house, blase, blase. And I was like, okay, well, give me his phone number, so we could talk numbers or what else. And then I'm gonna give you a referral fee. I usually give out like $500 to $1,000. And he was like, okay, cool. So I finally talked to him. He sold his house to me. I bought it for $35,000. I refied it. I think I got after the rehab, I think I put 20 into it. I think I got 65 back. I think I made $5,000 to $10,000 after the refi. But I had a lot of bills. My bills at the time was like at least $6,000 to $7,000 a month. So, I'm paying bills. Plus I'm working on a couple more houses and a couple more wholesale deals. So, so I put a for rent side in the front for rent, and I got these people. They seem kind of cool. They're like, we could pay. I think it was $1,300. I think it was $1,300. No, I think it was $1,200. They were like, we could pay $1,200 a month. What you're asking for? I was like, okay, cool. I showed them the house. They liked it. It was like a complete remodel. Like I had new cabinets, new oven, new refrigerator. All the rooms was nice and clean, et cetera, et cetera. So I rented out to them. They signed a lease agreement, and they were like, we don't have the down payment right now, but after we get paid, we can have the whole thing. I was like, okay, that's cool. I wasn't, worried. I've done that before. I had tenants pay me $200 a month. And then, after 6-7 months, they'll pay the whole thing. And I'm like, that's fine. So I wasn't that strapped for cash where I needed a deposit right away. So that, then when it was time I think they were like, they're going to pay half and then the other half in a month. So I think they paid me $400, and then they paid me and then they were supposed to pay me another $600 a month later. They never did. So at that particular property, as I said in the past couple of houses, my AC guy was really, really, really janky. He was giving me botched ACs. He'll give me ACs. At first, he was giving me really, really nice refurbished ACs for $600 to $1,000 and they lasted 5 years, 4 years, which was okay. That's $100 a year. That's fine. And then the more and more houses I got is he kept on giving me more trash ACs. It was I think he'll go and replace the AC and their old AC. He'll probably fix this or fix that, and then he'll give it to me, and then he'll charge me $1,000. So literally that AC went out in a month. AC went out in a month. I replaced it with another refurbished AC. And that house, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a lot of problems. The line was broken under the house because the previous guy, he was handicapped, so he literally never used a tub, or he never used a sink. He would just use the toilet and that was it. So if you know about galvanized pipe, if you don't use it, if you're using it and then you stop using it, it starts to corrode and decay. It just starts breaking up and it starts rusting. So literally underneath the house, it just caved in, and it wasn't connected to the sewer line outside, basically. So then I think I started, at that time, because the mortgage started kicking in, I think my money started getting real light. And so I hired my plumber. I'm still cool with him at the time. I got some diggers. They dug up under the house. He reconnected the PVC. I got a new line. I think it cost me like $1,300 for everything, including. No, I think it was like $2,000. I think the diggers charged me like $600, and then my plumber charged me like $1,300, so like $1,900 in total. So that wasn't so bad. They wasn't really complaining about it, which was kind of cool. And so bam, I got a new line underneath the house. So, and then I want to say like, they said they needed like a couple of more days after the 1st. Like they needed like the 9th or the 10th. No, they needed like the 6th or the 7th. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, because my mortgage company, they take all of my mortgages out on the 10th. So I got a couple of days, a little wiggle room. I was like, that's fine. I'm not gonna charge you no late fees. You told me, it's all good. So this is like, it's like 6 months have passed, and they're like, man, Mario, like my daughter had to go to the hospital. I can't pay the deposit, blase, blase. So, I'm letting it prolong, because it was like a lot of like the AC and then under the sewage line went out. And then they started complaining about rats. And that was like crazy to me, because it was like I just didn't understand like, where the rat problem came from. So I got someone to come out and spray. One of my guys, his name is Veka. He's pretty good. He does all my houses. He sprays before I move somebody in. Like that's mandatory. Like I spray the house in and out outside before my tenants come in to make sure there's no roaches, no rats, nothing. Like it's really clean. So, and I get a cleaning company to clean before they go in the property. And so they sprayed, and then I think a week later I was like, hey, I'm about to get the house refinanced. So can y'all clean up the property a little bit? And they was like, okay. So they left me the key. I walk in, and man, that house was like, it wasn't like destroyed. It was like real dirty. And I was like in disbelief. Like I couldn't believe they left the house the way it was. The house, like there was like a half-eaten chicken like by the trash can. Like there was like flies all over it, and they had like the toys in the backyard and the front yard, and they had like trash everywhere. So the normal cleaning company that I use, she was like busy. Like she works for Tom Ford. Like she's busy. She's like booked every weekend. And I was like, damn, like I can't hire her right now. So then we started calling companies, and my lady would have charged me like $100. They're charging me $250. And I was like, okay, what time can you come here? Cause like literally, I think the people was gonna, the appraisal guy was gonna come out like in a couple of hours. So I needed them right away. So they're like, all right, $250. So I paid them $250. They clean the outside, they clean the inside, and I'm cleaning the outside. So I'm like cleaning up all the trash from the front and backyard, and I was like fuming, because I was just like, man, if these people mess this up for me and I don't get, the money back that I need to keep on going, I don't know what I would have done. I was livid, but I was trying to keep my composure. So I kind of chilled out. And then the guy, he appraised it for what I wanted. I told him, it was a full remodel. We had to do plumbing, electrical. He saw everything else. Like the restroom was new, everything was new in the house. And I was like, we did the roof. We did like everything. Like you can see the remodel. I think it's the one where I'm sweating. I think it's like 2-3 minutes long. I had like that stripe button up. So he appraised it for $140. I was happy. I got like $16,000 back. I was good. And then they started complaining about rats again. And I was just like, so I had my guy, he went out there and he took out, those bait jars that they put like on commercial buildings. He put like 3 of those, like 2 on the side of the house and 1 in the back. Then he put some traps in the garage and then traps in the attic. And I want to say like 3 months later, I text him. It was like the night. I was like, hey, what's going on? I'm in the neighborhood. You know, do y'all have the rent money? And then his wife texted me. She's like, hey, we moved out. The rats was too much. And man, I was like, what? I was like, oh, okay, but I mean, I was like, why? Okay, that's fine, but why y'all didn't tell me on the first that y'all were gonna move out? I could have put a for rent sign, cleaned up, you know. So, and I was like, so I went to the house and I was like, dang, y'all didn't even leave the key. I think they left the key the next day. So, man, they left like, there was like holes in the wall. The front house, the front window there was like the corner was broken. It was like rat droppings everywhere. I was like so pissed. I was so pissed. One of the rooms is like carpet because I couldn't refinish the floor because it was like too much of the wood missing and I couldn't afford it at the time. So I put carpet over it. And that room smelled like, I don't even know what, like that room smelled horrible. That room smelled horrible. I was just like, so I had to get a carpet guy. I think he charged like $150 to clean that carpet. It was ridiculous. Like I was pissed. Like they only gave me $400 for the deposit. Like the glass, I think that was like $100. And then my lady came out again. That was like another like $100. I cleaned the outside. I started taping and floating the holes that they left, and because I think that was like the end of 2019. Like I think I was strapped for cash at the time, so I couldn't afford to get my sheetrock guy to come out and start patching up the holes. So I did it. I was paying, like I did, like almost all the rehab like after they left. And it is what it is. Like in my videos, I'm talking about them like I'm threatening to like get my lawyer and put it on the deposit, but I didn't do none of that. I was just mad at the time. Like rats. Like look how they left my house. Look at it. And then look, they got holes over here. Like mind you, like I fixed this house up like a year ago. Look, I got brand new appliances. So what I'm guessing is they just moved out because they got all their money and moved around. Like, these people was dirty. Like, they keep on complaining about these rats, but they're dirty. Like, so, and I'm gonna put this on their eviction because I got lawyers. They think I'm just some rinky-dink landlord. I got lawyers. I got lawyers for everything. So they gonna feel me. Put like 3 months in advance because they're about to get their tax return, income tax. So, and then like they got rats. Look at this. Like I could do roaches, man, but I cannot do rats. Like rats are like disgusting. Like every time I see these rats, like my bones cream. Text me, they was like, we moved out because of the rats, and I was like, mind you, last month they told me they were gonna pay me my deposit because they only paid me like $400, and then they were going to. So I rented it out, and the tenants right now, they're pretty good. I like them. They don't complain. You know, whatever small things need to get fixed, I just fix it right away, and you know, everything's pretty easy going. Like that, like rule number like 10, like do not let them move in unless you get the whole deposit. Like I know I took a couple of chances these last couple of times. This time I got burned. Like the $400 probably took care of the carpet, the cleaning of the inside, and then the window, a little bit of the window, but it pretty much took care of everything. But you know, I didn't like how they did it. You know, like I had to like do a lot of extra work. When you rent the house, you're supposed to leave the house the way you found it. Like I don't know what's up, because this happens a lot, as you can tell. Like people just, their definition of clean is not like a lot of people's definition of clean. Like if I gotta go do anything to the house, it's not up to standards. that means I'm gonna keep your deposit. Like to this day, I haven't gave back one deposit because nobody has left the house the way they found it. So that's my story. Y'all check out my affiliate links. Y'all check out the Webull, the M1 Finance, the Public, the Chase. Oh, and I got a story coming up. I just got a lot of loans and credit cards like I did to start my business. I'm about to buy a house, so I'm gonna show y'all the before and after how I did it. Y'all look out for those affiliate links. Y'all have a nice day.